Hi everyone, we have a game. Finally, I've been waiting for 20 minutes or not 20 minutes, less than that, but for a long time. And my opponent is 2100. Okay, he made a move. Yeah, I had a rough time in the last few games. I've been beaten by the same guy. What can you do? Let's hope I do well this time. So we have the Caro-Kann. I don't know what he's going to play, but as you may know, the Caro-Kann is my favorite opening, and recently I've started working on it again. Although I've added a new defense against e4, which yeah, I'm not gonna play on during these training games because I want to save it for tournament chess, and I've been I've been working on the Caro-Kann too. So I'm almost ready to do something else. Almost, not quite. Let's see what he does. I mean, he's using a lot of time. I don't know why. Okay, we have a delivery coming. Let me just check. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry if you can hear some noises. A delivery came. Lucia just went down to pick it up. Yeah, until I have my own studio, we're gonna have interruptions like these. I don't know if I'll be able to have a recording space anytime soon, but that's one of my goals for the next few years. Okay, he's playing the short variation of the Caro-Kann, finally moving a bit quicker. Now, there's a ton of setups black could go for, there's a ton of theory, but the ultimate goal is to go c5 and knight c6. And I usually start by playing knight e7 because I want the g8 knight on c6, and I want the b8 knight to be controlling e5. Which is why I don't go c5 straight away. Instead I go knight e7 first. Now, black is never really worried about knight h4 in the short Caro-Kann because then that opens up the h file. Yeah, no, c3 is quite passive. So now c5. Because the only way to punish c5 is to go c4 and undermine the defense in the black center. So basically white wants to go c4 and break down the defenses by playing c takes d5. And once c3 has been played, that's no longer possible. So, I have two options here. I can play knight c5 or I can go knight c6, taking the e5 pawn. If I go knight c6 and he goes b4, then I go knight d takes e5. I have a strong center, but he has a queenside pawn majority. If I take on c5, my knight is misplaced. I don't like having a knight on c5. So I believe I am going to go knight c6. He can go b4, I don't care. Maybe I take with the c6 knight on e5. e5 is, I'm sorry, is a more important pawn in these structures. And in any case, if b5 ever comes after b4, then usually the c5 pawn is hanging. So I don't have a lot of experience with dc5. If he goes knight d4, I'm going bishop g6. And then if he trades on c6, I'm still on 2 pawns. Yeah, if knight d4, bishop g6, bishop b5, then I can go rook c8. Same goes for queen a4. Okay, this I don't think concerns me. I think I can easily go queen c7, a normal developing move. Yeah. Okay, queen c7, more pressure on e5. And I'm also not worried about bishop f4 because the f3 knight is hanging with check. Not hanging, but I can take it with check and then the bishop is hanging. Okay, now if bishop g6, I just take on c5 or on e5 later. If he takes on c6, bc6, seems okay. If f4, then bishop c5 still. Okay, I'm going bishop g6. Oh, he has knight b5. Can I take on e5 with the queen? Usually you can take on e5 with the queen in these positions, but I haven't calculated it beforehand. So knight b5, queen e5. He doesn't have bishop f4, he has f4. But I can go bishop takes c5 if he goes f4. So it seems okay. I think queen e5 is good on knight b5. Yeah, I think all of my pieces are good, and I'm gonna get my pawn back. And I have a stronger center. This is actually a very thematic game. I think dc5 is a mistake in these positions, although I could be wrong. Okay, f4 now. I was thinking bishop c5, and then if b4, bishop c5, b4. Can I then take? No. I don't really want to go knight c5. Yeah, bishop c5 pins the knight, seems okay. Prevents f5. Okay. Why couldn't I just take this? So knight takes d4. He has to play c takes d4, and then I take on b4 with the bishop. If he plays b takes c5, then I throw in knight e2 check, queen e2, and knight c5. Okay, this seems okay. This seems okay. I think this is a pawn. He never has rook b1. That's very good. Wow. Okay, this just wins immediately, I think. I pick up a bunch of pawns. The question is, do I take on c5 with the queen or with the knight? I like taking with the knight because of the e4 square, but it's very tempting to take with the queen to prevent knight b5, to prevent queen b5. So queen takes king h1. Castles. Knight takes queen b5, queen c6. Oh, I like knight takes. I like knight takes better than queen takes. But queen takes is safe because I get to castle, and he doesn't have f5, bishop f5, rook f5, ef5, e6. Okay, I'm taking with the queen. I really would like to get the e4 square for my knight, but I'm gonna castle first. And now I can even consider bishop b1, rook b1, queen c3, but I don't want to because I don't want to give away the b1 square. If he goes c4, I can take it. If he doesn't do anything, I can move my queen, play knight c5, knight e4. And I'm not afraid of f5 because I've castled, so my king isn't stuck in the center. On g4 I have bishop e4. So I basically have two good squares for my pieces. Or I have a good square for two of my pieces. Sorry. Seems like a very natural advantage. Pawn up, better pawn structure. And I want to say safer king. Although I could be wrong there. So now what I like is rook ac8, bishop f2, and then queen c4, threatening bishop d3 and threatening queen f4. That seems very good. Sorry. My sister's calling. Okay, now queen c4, he cannot trade queens. And if he doesn't do anything, I'm gonna take on f4. Although he takes on a7, can he take on a7? So queen c4, rook c4, bishop a7, b6, a4, yeah, he cannot take on a7. He cannot take on a7. Because I have b6 and rook a8. And moving my queen actually helps me get my knight to e4. So I would say this is the perfect Caro-Kann. I mean, my opponent did make a mistake taking dc5, but this is a good way to exploit it. Now, do I finally start picking up pawns? I can take queen f4. I can also play bishop b1 and take on c3. So if queen f4, what does he do? He goes bishop a7. Fine. So bishop f4, queen f4, bishop a7, queen e5, bishop d4, queen c7. Yeah, that seems okay. I mean, I can take on f4. Queen f4, bishop a7, queen e5. Does he have anything better? Queen f4, bishop e3, I take it. Bishop g3, I play queen c4. Knight d2, I can take on c3. Maybe he can play bishop d4. Queen f4, bishop d4. What do I do there? Queen f4, bishop d4, queen e4. I like. Oh yeah, I'm going to take it. I don't see a problem with this. Ah, bishop c5. Idiot. I'm an idiot. Why am I such an idiot? He has bishop c5. Ugh. I'm just an idiot sometimes. He has bishop c5. I didn't even consider bishop c5. Okay, it's gonna be 3 pawns for the exchange. Why did I blunder this? I kept checking everything except for the most obvious move. I should have just played it safe. This is stupid. Yeah. Ugh. Very annoying. What do I take with? I'm gonna take with the knight. I don't want my king on f8. I probably still have an edge, but I'm not convinced anymore. Especially since my bishop is now tied down to the defense of f7, so a move like queen f3 could be very effective. Stupid. But okay. Technically I'm still material up, and I have a passed pawn in the center. All of my pieces except for my knight are good. I mean, I can pick up another pawn, but then I'm not sure about the defense of f7, so I'm not sure I should do that. Yeah, I'm not giving up my bishop. I'm gonna play the knight to d7. Okay, knight f6 seems good. I could also consider knight c5. Knight c5 could be better to defend b7. He goes rook e2, queen c7. On queen d4 again, queen c7. I want to get my knight to the e4 square. I allowed him a fight. I should not have done that. I should not have taken an f4. It was a perfect Caro-Kann. Okay, queen c7. I need to keep f7 defended. I need to outpost my knight to a good square. If he doesn't do anything now, I'm going bishop b1, queen b1, and knight a4. And that is a significant improvement, I think. If he goes knight d2, I'm going bishop d3. If he moves the rook, I think I will take on b1. He has to watch out for bishop d3 now, because his rooks are lined up. Also, bishop h5. Rook e2 may be a mistake, because I'm threatening both bishop d3 and bishop h5. So I'm guessing he has to move his e2 rook. He didn't move the rook? What? What the hell is this? Why can't I take queen f4? What am I missing? I'm just gonna take it, because I don't see a reason not to. Okay. What? Why would a 2100 player hang a rook? Okay. I don't know what that was about. Okay, so yeah, this position is still theory, and c5 is fine. Wait, dc5 is the main move? I'd assume dc5 was a mistake. Let's see. Yeah, he should have gone b4 or knight d4. I don't know bishop g5. b4 or knight d4. Or knight d4, I was gonna go bishop g6, not bishop b1. And then on b4 I take on e5. I don't know bishop g5. Again, we're out of theory. Wait, why is queen c7 a blunder? Let's see. Bishop e7. Okay, why is queen c7 a blunder? Because of b4? And what if I take knight d4? Okay, takes. Okay. I should have taken on b1 first. Yeah, f4 wasn't good. Wait, bishop d4 was better? Ah, followed by queen b6. But knight takes d4 is also good. Yeah. Queen c5. Let's see how bad my blunder was. Queen takes f4 is actually okay, because I get a lot of pawns. Yeah. Now he had to move his e2 rook somewhere. I don't know where, because I was threatening this and this. So the engine says rook e3, which makes sense. And I don't take on b1, although it's fine. I was considering this, and I'm still winning, but yeah, it's still winning. It's still okay. I was gonna do that, if I'm being honest. Okay. The Caro-Kann wins again. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you got something from the game. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.